It's taken a while to start recording for some reason.
For me, it's recording.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Then let me grab the notes. So, welcome everyone. I have here. So I have to mention that we follow the code of conduct that we have on a repository, both for contributions on the repository and also for just kinds of meetings. I added here an optional item to intro new joiners. So Gabi, if you want to do a quick introduction.
Sure. My name is Gabi. I'm working at Container Solutions at the moment, and have some experience with Golang, and I wanted to join in on some open source work and work with the ESO stuff. So I started with some of the test case cleanup for the secret manager, and now, still going with things, I guess.
Cool.
Nice to meet you.
Cool, nice to meet you. Welcome.
Welcome. And Gabi is also taking over the pull request for adding the Google Cloud Secret Manager. Aziz is pretty busy and he cannot continue, so yeah, Gabi is taking over. Hey Jojo.
What are you doing? There's a little kid around here, so I'm just gonna be mute and not visible. But I'm
No
here
worries.
listening. Nice seeing you all.
Nice seeing you. Not seeing you, but yeah, hearing you. Okay, so I added some stuff to the agenda. The first one, I tried to apply the chart to an autopilot cluster, and also to a GKE cluster, and also to a AKES cluster, all the managed flavors, and it doesn't work on them for some reason.
Yeah, I just commented on the issue. There's a Helm issue, and it looks like there's just, we can add make it valid for pre-releases, and then it'll work.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. Nice.
We can fix that today. So.
Nice. The second one, I think it's the big one. So, like during KubeCon, they did a talk on this. So the Secret Store CSI driver, and it's a similar solution again, but they are already Kubernetes SIGs owned, and I think they got started or donated to SIGALF, and yeah. The solution is pretty similar. The difference is that they are not an operator, they are a CSI driver, and the idea, the main idea is to mount the thing to a pod and use as a volume. But they have the secret syncing feature also, but for it to work, you need to mount it to a pod anyways first. So if you're using with an ingress or a Docker auth or something like that, you need to mount to a pod first. And this is where I could find the difference, and yeah, where we still deliver a lot of value, in my opinion. I was talking with Kellin about it, and it's also like they also need to store all the configuration and the secret on the provider, right? On the external provider. So in our case, we have a split CRD, and we can keep things very separate. This is also another difference. And let me see. Kellin, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, it's definitely a really interesting project, and I like their solution for like mounting secrets really securely in pods. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like the CSI driver is a lot like more elegant of a solution than like pod mutation in some ways. So that's really interesting. But yeah, from like an application workflow or like a Helm workflow, it's kind of tough to use if your application doesn't take, secrets as a file, right? Like if you need image pool secrets or you need environment variables, all of a sudden that's a lot more difficult to use. So I think from my perspective, just from their, going to talk to them in their community meeting, just kind of seeing if they're, if there's any interest in them having a separate CRD for secret, or kind of what their thoughts are on some of the use cases that they currently don't have. So, because currently those use cases are where our operator, I feel like, is, meets those best. So
yeah. Then if they go that direction and then implement these other features, these other use cases, then what's our plan?
Well, I think if the project is open to it, then we could help out. I think that's kind of. Then if not, then I almost like, because I think always like pod mutation or some other solution outside of, storing the secret in like etcd as a kube secret was always, I feel like, in kind of an interest of the operator as like a next milestone. Once we had a lot of like provider support and once we were a bit more stable, we could support something other than Kubernetes secrets. So I don't know whether we want to keep as two separate projects of like one is kind of, really very secure, but you have to use secrets as a volume. And then one is like, Kubernetes secrets. But I feel like there can be a way we can merge there, whether that's merging with them or kind of using some of their libraries or looking at how they're doing things. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we have to see and go to the community meeting and talk to them and understand what are their goals and their opinions on this as well. Cool. So I think it's tomorrow at 5 CET, Central European time. By my calculations, they could be wrong. I think we would be nice to join their community meeting.
Yeah.
Cool. Then we take from there. The other thing that I added is, what do we plan to include in the next release? And what are your thoughts? I'm thinking about the two pull requests that we have open, right? So Azure Key Vault, I think they will finish it eventually, and also the Google Cloud Secret Manager. Then besides that, I think would be nice to add the end-to-end test, not only the mock ones, but also the using real infrastructure. But besides that, I'm not sure what to add, or if that is enough for the other release.
When do you hope to release next? How often?
That's a good question. Not sure, because right now it's best effort, right? So it's hard to predict like the amount of work that we can put in the project. So it's always hard to define deadlines with that. But I'm not sure. Maybe a month.
Yeah, I've seen some projects use like every 6 weeks they'll just release a feature, like a new minor version if there's changes that qualify. So we could kind of look and see what other projects are doing around that, and then for patch releases we can do that whenever there's a bug fix.
Cool.
So yeah, something like a 4-week or 6-week cadence seems like it could work.
Yeah, we can sync with a week that we have a community meeting, just to maybe release on the meeting or something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't add anything else. Do you have anything else you'd like to discuss?
There was an interesting issue around the token request API, which I was not even really fully aware of, but it looks like that's something that some of the secret providers that can use like service accounts for authentication, so like EKS, IRSA, and then Vault. hashtag overfall. So that might be. I don't know whether that'll make it in the next release, but that seems like something that could be investigated in like a pretty interesting use case there.
Nice.
I'll throw that in the agenda.
Yeah, I saw that too. I found that very interesting. And also the CSI project, they also do that or leverage the pod identity to fetch secrets via the service account. That's really, really nice. So yeah, that would be great. I don't know if it's like a top priority. I think maybe like after implementing a bunch of more providers.
Yeah, I definitely think provider support should continue to be like one of our goals for sure.
Yeah. Oh, another thing that they have, the CSI driver is plugin style providers, right? So they can have providers implemented outside of the repository, which is always nice. Is that something that we want to have, or would be? I'm not sure. They add a bit of complexity, and they also add like more steps, like for installing everything. Like in our case, it's just ham installing. That's it. But yeah, not sure.
Yeah, it's a different trade-off. I think the CSI driver, they use some gRPC, and I mean, if we can leverage that, the existing providers, then I mean that would be great. So we don't need to maintain them, and we can leverage like other features that are already more or less included, like secret refresh and stuff like that. So that, I mean, if that's an option, then why not?
Yeah. It's
But
also
maybe,
interesting for community maintained providers, right? Yeah. But not a priority, I would say, right?
no, I think like the cool thing right now is that everything is in tree and you can just simply install that, and then you get like all of it. You can configure it. Yeah, I think I would stick with that for now.
Cool. Do we have any action items? What we have to? I think action items, we can merge these sections with the notes. Yeah. So on this issue that you commented, the leveraging the token request, so it's not a priority, but do we have to iterate on that? Or
Which one was this? The Helm chart one?
no, the leveraging token request API.
Oh, it's not like urgent, but it basically it adds like some extra security there when using the service account for a couple of those providers that use Kubernetes service accounts.
This is an issue opened by an external, right? Community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we answer him? Yeah, we can just.
We can respond that we're interested in the ticket.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think that's it. Anything else interesting for us to discuss? If not, yeah, thanks for joining. And yeah, I see whoever joins the CSI driver community meeting tomorrow.
I probably won't be there. I thought it was today, but tomorrow I'm busy.
Okay.
Also, it's holiday day, but yeah, anyways.
Oh yeah, it's holiday, yeah. Well, but no worries, yeah. I think they record as well, and they publish it on YouTube, yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. Then, yeah, thanks for joining. See you later.
Thank you.
Thanks for meeting you guys.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.